success. It's getting your permit, man, and having the licensed driver next to you. Another one.
You going to the DMV, my nigga?
You can't say that on YouTube.
All right, go. This is my office for today, the DMV. We've been here for like 3 hours probably. Maybe not 3 hours, but it feels like it.
Like 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
I'd rather take a psychology test than that test.
Okay, so Baby Swain just failed.
Don't laugh. This
So
is
he's-
take 2.
So the first one's free, which he should just pass it. Now he had to pay $15 because he failed it, so let's hope he makes it this time.
And then I was like, click. And I was like, I don't know it. Clicked. And it was right. And I was like, thank you. He's walking with me.
Alright, here we go. What are we doing?
We're about to drive. Got them papers, baby.
It's official.
It's official. No more illegal.
Swain passed, and now he's driving officially legally. Because we might have driven unofficially illegally sometimes, but don't tell anyone. Good place, man. Seatbelt, another one. I ain't gonna close his eyes. Alright, what's up friends? Thanks for checking out the video today. BC here. Right now I'm at Purple Door Coffee, which is an amazing coffee shop that I want to talk about in a second. One topic and conversation we're going to be having a lot in these videos and this series is something called social entrepreneurship. And it's a beautiful evolution of businesses and nonprofits. You've probably heard of the term. Colleges now are teaching it. And it's just like a really hot topic right now. How to start companies that are consciously minded, that are giving back, or how to evolve from a nonprofit to something that actually is sustainable, or selling a product, or and so it's a big conversation in the world right now. And I'm stoked on what's going on and seeing the things. The biggest one we probably know of is Tom's Shoes. It wasn't the first, but it was probably the one that got the biggest traction of just this concept of, you know, buy one pair of shoes, you give one pair of shoes to some kid in need. And it wasn't the first thing to do that, but it was definitely the thing that caught on and that really started a huge conversation of how to be sustainable and then also give back consciously. And so I think that was a big pivotal moment in what we're seeing in business. And so it's really exciting to see the growth and the excitement and the ideas, and like Harvard and all these people kind of excited about it, because it's like, yeah, how do we care about the world and other people while doing business? And of course Tom's got a lot of backlash. The first thing was like, well, if you're helping people, why aren't you a nonprofit? And Blake, the founder, was like, I want to hire great shoemakers, I want to grow, I want to develop, I want to expand, which now they sell glasses and help people with vision, they sell coffee and help people with water, and that's because they had a business model that allowed them to do that. Nonprofits sometimes stay stagnant and hopeless on donations, and so it's a huge conversation I want people to learn about, I want people to know, I want high school kids to know about it, college students, and I've worked with DU on a couple projects what they have with their students, and so this coffee shop I'm in right now is one of those projects. Madison is a co-founder, we're going to have her in a second, and she's this beautiful, amazing young girl, she's I think 25, so in a millennial, that had this idea. I'm just going to bring her up here so she can talk about it, but I just want to highlight them, what they're doing, and just hear the story. It's really cool, so yeah, I'll have her in a second. Okay, so welcome Madison. We're at Purple Door Coffee. You can read that. That's her coffee.
This is my coffee.
So yeah, like I was talking about social entrepreneurship and the evolution of nonprofits. So Madison has started her own. So I wanted her to give like a little story. How old are you again?
27 now.
27. Okay, so I said 25. I wasn't sure. But,
I used to be 25.
Yeah. Just because I want people like the perspective of what millennials are doing. So
Totally.
Yeah, you can kind of like tell
the story.
Yeah.
Cool. So the way that the whole Purple Door Coffee shop got started is I was 22, well actually 21, and working in downtown Denver, and I started meeting all of these teens and young adults who were homeless, and I started to learn there were tons of homeless teens and young adults in Denver, and I worked with this organization called Dry Bones Denver, and I was doing outreach with them, and I learned that there are about 1,200 homeless teens in downtown Denver, which is like crazy. Homeless people under 24, there are over 1,000. at least in the city. And so one of the things that I learned through spending a lot of time with kids is they would get jobs and they would lose jobs, or they would have a hard time getting a job because they didn't have any kind of job history. And after a little while, I realized I have to start something to employ kids who want to leave the streets but who don't know how to work. So that idea was birthed from a few of us, and I started working on it in 2010, and I was 22 at the time. Yeah, 22. And so we opened 3 years later, or 2 years later, and now we've been open for 3 years. And since then, we've employed 12 kids coming out of homelessness, and 5 of them have graduated onto jobs in the community. 2 of them are about to graduate onto jobs in the community. So that's 7 out of 12. And then we're currently trying to open a second business to employ more kids who want to leave homelessness. And that will be a coffee roastery, hopefully opening in the next 3 months.
It's a curriculum they go through, right? So they not only job train them and just like have them work here for as long as they can, but they graduate.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a 1-year program right now. I mean, if you think about it, to be homeless at 13, 14, a lot has happened to get you to that point. You don't just become homeless at that age. So
we spend a lot of money on poverty and people in poverty, which is good, and people have a heart for that. But we're slowly starting to, how do we get people out of poverty? That's like the goal, that's the dream. It's more sometimes when we help people in poverty, we just throw money in a hole and with love and hope, but it's not sustainable. And so things like this are starting to evolve. I mean, sometimes we get caught up on how much we spend on coffee every month. We're like, oh my God, I spent $300 on coffee this month. But think about how good that would feel if you knew your coffee was employing youth that are at risk, homeless, or giving back to an organization that's going to grow and hire more. I mean, just that alone, you feel a little bit more. That's the whole idea of conscious consumerism, social responsibility, and social entrepreneurship. So yeah, it's like coffee with a purpose.
Yeah, and coffee for a cause.
Coffee for a cause. Oh my gosh, is that you guys' thing?
It should be.
That's huge. So all the links below, we'll have their website, all their social media handles, and go check them out, please, and just send them love, because I'm so inspired. They've been doing this for 3 years now, and yeah, so awesome. Thanks so much. Cool. See you.
Nobody would hire me, or certain things limited me from jobs. But when I came here, I got a sense of purpose. Like, it gave me hope that it's not the end.